Hey, what's up guys? This is Paul Ramsey here. I am here in the beautiful Moab Desert with the beautiful La Salle Mountains behind me. Just out here today, pretty much just to show you guys what my new van build looks like. Show it off, show you all the features, all that kind of stuff. Answer any tips if anybody wants it. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, let's get this started. So to start off, my van is a 2012 Ford Transit Connect. I'll just start you with looking at some of the outside features. So we got a 100-watt solar panel right there and a MaxxAir fan. The nice part about the MaxxAir is that you can use it when there's rain falling through. Pretty basic model inside. I had to change out the radio on the inside, put in my own because the old one was absolute trash. Crank windows, pretty standard overall, the inside. And then let's get to the fun part. Let's see. So, just as a basic outlook, right here, as you can tell, I got some nice wood paneling all across it, 2 rows of lights, the fan. Let's go inside and I can show you guys some of the inside. So to start it off, obviously this is my kitchen area. Got spices, made this at the wood shop that I worked at. Same with this drawer, made it at the wood shop. Got a couple spices, screwed these to the ceiling. Now they hold some salt, pepper, and oregano. Nice little food storage cubby up there, nothing crazy. Some paper towels. So to start off, right at the bottom, we got a little eco cooler. Works really well with my 12-volt system. Set it to eco mode, set it to whatever I want. Got a little Bluetooth thing to it. Works great, doesn't draw too much energy. Keep my, pretty much can fit like a half gallon of milk or whatever you need to. Some eggs in there, some cheese. Then you got 7 gallons of water right here. And I kind of just use the back area just kind of as a junk. Usually I have my seat back there just for sitting outside. Got my trash, dryer, sheets, all that kind of stuff. Looking off to the right, we've got my storage for my Coleman stove right here. Just built it nice and tight so that thing isn't moving around while I'm driving. The remote control to my MaxxAir fan works great. Love having the remote control so I don't have to reach up every time all night. A couple wag bags because when you're in the desert, leave no trace. Just some storage cubbies, got some braces right here. PBR. Yeah, and then this guy right here, he's really nice. So basically what it is, it's just got my 2 lights hooked up to it. And 2 USBs. And right there is the voltage for my 2 6-volt batteries that I have, which I'll get to later. It's just nice to know how much voltage you're actually pulling so you don't go under 12 volts and have things start messing up. And this switch is left open. If I ever want to put a water pump in the future, I am able to. Now, let's get to little details. Focusing on some more of these details, just to start off, I got a little hand pump water system right there, just a little sink, drains right to the ground. Something I made to make it easy water access and have a little table while I'm sitting outside if it's nice. Pull that down. Sits perfectly with the stove and just high enough for my chair that I have. That thing's always really nice to have, especially if you got a couple friends hanging out around the van. Also got this guy right here, little fold-out L brackets. Nothing crazy. Can't hold a ton of weight because it's just kind of into the metal right here, but can hold enough to cook on, stand outside, cut some veggies, whatever you need. Works really well, compacts really nice. Underneath it, so it's hard to see underneath, but all this right here is my climbing gear. Got a nice big bucket for that. Some climbing shoes on the side. Got some nice little cubbies on the side. When it comes to front, you can see my ropes in here. And to organize all this underneath, I actually just have cardboard boxes just carved out. Put a bunch of food storage, got a bunch of clothes right there. And these brackets right here actually help keep it all in there. So it's actually pretty nice. Another small detail is just hardwood walnut floors. Got some panels from my old work. Able to install them, just gives it kind of more of a homey feel. Nice surface, easy to sweep, all that kind of stuff. One of the biggest concerns when you have a van this small is the bed. So you can always go with the fixed bed in the back, but with how small this van is, I decided not to. It just didn't seem like it would fit right. Kind of not give me a whole lot of space, so I opted for this changing bed. So what it is it's kind of like a futon, but you basically grab this, you can pull this frame out. It's kind of like finger lock joints, nothing crazy. And I got these guys velcroed to the wall. All you do is you just take it, press it on in there. You got yourself a full-size bed all the way across the whole floor. You can put some stuff underneath while you're sleeping. Got some little extra, kind of see the storage down there a little more. Still got access to that drawer so you can brush your teeth, all that while it's in bed mode. And yeah, we'll move on to more details. So as you can see, I got this nice climate, kind of like a sleeping bag blanket with a fleece inside. It's pretty cold out here in Moab at night during October season, coming to November. One thing I really like about this setup is this little window. It's tinted so people can look in, lets you get some nice breathing air if you're cooking. You want to turn on the fan and then let the air flow through the van. Works really well. Nice, just a little touch when you wake up. You can look outside, get a nice view of the Moab cliffs right when I wake up, and the La Salle Mountains in the front. Pretty sweet place. So we got this nice curtain too, customized a curtain, bought an old one from the Ark and installed it. Works really well actually to insulate and block out light. One thing I really like about this setup is this, so this van comes with a factory shelf up above. And what I did was extend it, put down some little pipe hangers and bolted onto it. Now I got a nice storage I'm able to fit if I move my helmet. Got all my cooking utensils back there, some bread. Got my Polaroid camera right there, puffy, a couple extra sweatshirts, and my extra sleeping bag just in case I get extra cold. Yeah, and that thing is awesome because it really does add just so much storage to here that would just be dead space otherwise. Now we'll kind of get down to the electrical in a second. You can see that nice little window that I installed. Really tinted, you can't really see into it, which is one nice thing. As you can see right here, I got a little more access to my food. I could cut a little hole in there if I wanted to get to my clothes from there. Got some climbing shoes, my skateboard. And this is where we got all the electrical and a little extra storage. So let's take a look. Just move this. I move the front seats up a little bit so I can tilt this forwards. So in here, I got a nice little chest. My friend JJ helped me build it. But in here, I just put some extra shoes, these are my hiking shoes, my approach shoes, camping equipment, tent, pad, got my showering stuff, raincoats all down there. Just basic stuff that I wouldn't be using on the daily. A little bit harder to get to, so I thought I'd put it in the harder spot. Right in this guy, we got two 6-volt batteries. It's just a nice casing for them. I was able to screw it to the ground real nice. It doesn't move around at all, separates it really well, protects the battery. I would recommend definitely getting some sort of casing if you get extra batteries put into your van. So, looking over the whole electrical system, it's a little complicated, obviously. But basically what we did, it's two 6-volt batteries put into a series, so it created 12 volts. And we were able to run a couple of the wires from that switch, and also I put a 12-volt cigarette lighter above the cooler over there, just pretty much as a utility outlet, so I could plug in that cooler or anything else I'd like. We were able to run it down, and you can actually take these guys off right here and run wires up through them. So we ran them up through, you can't see anything running. And then it comes back up to here. And we got our fuse box, obviously. Not a whole lot on it, just because I have a very simple setup. You got your battery shutoff, 50 amp breaker. They call this thing a DC to DC charger, so there's a lot of people that will use a manual switch where it charges from the alternator to the battery on the turn of a switch. So your aux battery or your car battery. With this, one thing that's super nice about these is that it talks to both the batteries equally, and it's actually healthier for the batteries and will pretty much, in simple terms, it will communicate between the two batteries, and when that car battery is full, it'll start charging this guy. And it works out really well, keeps my battery nice and charged. If for some reason I didn't get a sunny day and can't really get all the sun rays that I'd like. This thing is pretty crucial if you're going to be running, especially maybe if you're in like the Northwest or somewhere where you can get real rainy at times. Out here in the West, it's not as crucial. So we have that, which has a wire running from the bottom over to the engine battery. And then this guy right here is just a little thing. I think it's attached to the fuse for the radio to turn on. When a car turns on, it knows to turn on. And these run to the aux battery. And we got a little fuse in between, obviously, right here. Right here is the controller for the solar panel. Just pretty much make sure it's running, tells you how it's doing. It's got a couple settings on it if you want to mess with it. I don't really touch it, but yeah, it's always good to know what you have in here. And for the most part, yeah, that's about the electrical. Kind of messy, takes some time to figure out. Probably took 2 days of work to really get everything done, thanks to my friend Alan. But yeah, really nice chest. Gives me a lot of extra storage. Got all my batteries. If you got any questions about electrical, be happy to answer them or try to get answers for you, because I'm not too savvy in it myself, but apparently I can make it work. But yeah, overall, I would say that is the gist of my van. I think I'm gonna name her Susie. Overall, super comfy van. This is just my beta test. I figured after this trip, because I'm on it for about 2 months, I can fix anything and then go full van life, hopefully in the summer or from there on. But overall, an awesome van. Just enough room in my opinion. You don't really need a whole lot more unless you like to bring a lot of clothes or anything, but I am what they call a dirt bag, so I'm okay with just not showering for a little bit and not wearing the same clothes every once in a while. But yeah, overall, really great van, really good size, got a really nice front, put anything else, storage obviously in the front seats. So yeah, that's my van build. Pretty much took me, I would say, about maybe a month and a half to 2 months of pretty hard work, one day after another, to get this van built to my satisfaction in a sense. I'd say overall I probably put about maybe $1,500, maybe a touch more into the van, so I would say overall it's a pretty budget build. But obviously the quality of whatever you want can vary, so if you want to, you can cut a lot of money by getting a less nice fan, or you don't always need to have solar or anything along those lines, or you could do battery powered lights or anything like that. But overall, I think I was around $1,500, and I would say I'm living pretty comfortably in it. If I wanted to, I have an extra switch for if I wanted to throw in a pump on my sink, because right now it's just a hand pump. But overall, I would say I'm very satisfied with it. It's comfy every single day that I've been in it. I've had one day where I just spend most of the day in it and it didn't bother me at all. Had enough space to sit up, stretch, all that kind of stuff, lay down, take a nap. Yeah, overall, it came out really good, and I'm really stoked with how it came out. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you got any questions, feel free to comment it. Feel free to ask direct message me, anything. My Instagram is PARamsey1, so PARAMSEY1. You can message me anytime on there. Give any advice that I can, and maybe I can update you guys with my travels. Thank you.